There's a new village rotation tool and army sharing coming in the next update. Let's give you everything you need to know. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt, and today we are looking at the final sneak peek here for the quality of life improvements. We have already seen the use of the new levels, the brand new rocket balloon, and the brand new dragon rider. Today we want to take a look at some of the quality of life changes that are going to affect everyone in the game. There's a new feature here in the layout editor that you will be able to move your base a little bit differently. By hitting the move all button, you will be able to see these two icons at the center of your screen. This is known as the rotate function. You will now be able to rotate your bases around, which means that you can angle them at different areas by either clicking the right or left buttons, just depending on what you want. Now, this can play really well in terms of whether you are using a copied base or you want to force the attacker to hit from a weird angle. Along with this, it will be affected by the 24-hour cooldown for both friendly challenges and for friendly wars. So keep that in mind if you plan on rotating your base. Another quality of life improvement is coming to the quick train feature. If you notice the share arrows, you will be able to now share army compositions within the game and externally with links. This is really awesome, and I know that I'm going to be using these in future videos with these attack strategies where you're going to be able to copy the army from the description. So that's entirely crazy. So what you are able to do is you are able to share it as a link. So all you have to do is just copy it to your clipboard and pretty much just paste it for your clanmates or for other people. The best part about this is that the links do not expire. Unlike the base links where they have to be clicked on or else after 28 days, they pretty much expire and you can't copy the base, this does not expire. So that's really nice. Along with this, you will be able to share this with your clan chat. So you can actually copy it from directly in the clan chat. You can look at it. It will give you the spells, the siege machine numbers, the army comp space, and you'll be able to copy it into any of your armies if you choose to do so. Really simple. Along with this, another change that is going to be coming with this is that you are also able to copy it directly from your army. So you can actually go ahead and just copy it directly there without having to copy it to clan chat first. You can just copy it and paste it in that quick train feature. If you are creating or editing an army, you will be able to see all of the super troops available to your given town hall level. So it does mean that if you have 2 other super troops boosted, you can actually create other army compositions with other super troops. However, you will not be able to train them because you do not have them boosted. So having an army composition already in the quick train feature doesn't mean that you will be able to instantly train that up without boosting them. Additionally, you may have noticed that there is a clock icon that is going to take over where the army space and spell capacity were located. This is going to let you know how much time it is going to take for that specific army composition. Don't worry though, as long as it doesn't show an indicator in terms of your army space and also spells, you will not have an exclamation point near the edit button. There's also an indicator to let you know that an army is not finished. An example is here where you see that the edit button does have a little exclamation point. That means that your army composition is missing either troops or spells. So that is something to keep in mind. Siege machines are not affected by this indicator, so you don't need to worry. Along with all these additional changes, if you are a Town Hall 3 or Town Hall 4, you will now have access to the Quick Train feature. No longer will you need to manually train troops in the Train Troop tab. You will now be able to train them quickly from the Quick Train, and you are able to create them without having to worry at all. So that means that you will be able to use all of the troops that are provided to you at your Town Hall level. There's also a way to change the deployment bar size by going ahead and going to settings, more settings, and clicking on the deployment bar size and clicking the adjust. You will be able to take a look and see how big and how small that you want the deployment bar size to be. By clicking on the icon at the right, you will be able to reset it, but pretty much you will be able to scale it down to the smallest, or you'll be able to go up to the biggest. Pretty much, you've got a lot of options there, whether you want the troop deployment bar to be really small or really big. There are also a couple gameplay fixes for Town Hall 14 specifically, one of which is the healers will no longer target the unicorn, so you will not have the unicorn steal the healers during a queen walk or queen charge. Along with that, there are some changes to the battle builders, so it kind of fixes them a little bit. One of which is that they won't get stuck on hidden Teslas. Another one is that they will return to their hut instead of just vanishing if it is destroyed. Along with that, they will stick to a target until it is fully repaired. So that does mean that it is going to fix a problem of not getting any repairs done underneath a high level poison, and the Seeking Shield will no longer target defensive builders. There's also a bunch of other smaller changes coming up in this update. The level 5 elixir collector is going to cost the exact same to upgrade as a gold mine to level 5, so they're going to be roughly the same. There's also a bunch of new clan game tasks and season pass tasks that you see on screen. Along with that, there are also some new changes to the friendly war layouts that you can see on screen, and there's also a new horizontal scroll indicator in the laboratory. With all of the quality of life changes wrapped up, let's give you another real army that you're going to be able to use at Town Hall 13 once the update goes live. This is using the Dragon Riders with the skeleton spells. Pretty much you're treating this very similarly to a Inferno Dragon with the skeleton spell attack. So I've never used this before, but the main principle is just creating a funnel from two different sides, one with an Electro Dragon and one with your heroes. Then you're going to send in your Dragon Riders into the base. Pretty simple stuff. You'll also have the Battle Blimp to go in directly away from the Town Hall. You can use a rage spell for that, and you're going to use your Royal Champion in an area where you're able to use her on the back end. So that is pretty much the fundamentals of it. I've never used this attack personally, so this is pretty much new to me, and I have no idea if I'm placing my spells right. So pretty much all you're doing is you want to start with the use of the Electro Dragon, the Dragon Riders, the balloons, the heroes. That way you're able to create the funnel. You can then send in your Battle Blimp, and you've got the Grand Warden to move your way across. And what you have here is you've got the use of that Battle Blimp to work its way all the way over to the Town Hall, where you do have a Dragon Rider and the balloons. The Dragon Rider will not die from the blast, so you are safe to actually put that in there to get some extra damage around other defensive structures. Now, if you take a look, I do have skeleton spells placed all around to distract other buildings, such as the Single Inferno, and I do use the free spells on air defenses, so something that you should try to do to protect everything. Now, usually what I would recommend is that if you are going ahead and sending in all of your Dragon Riders, I would then go ahead and use your Royal Champion away from an area where there's a lot of DPS. You can use that in order to provide a little bit more support while you work your way around. So while I do have this skeleton spell here distracting the Single Inferno, I've got the Royal Champ working her way over and being able to use her ability at a given point in order to make sure I one-shot different structures and make it a whole lot easier for myself to start moving my way through. The rest of the base is cleanup. This is really where the Dragon Riders really struggle, where they don't have the capability to do a lot of cleanup, especially if you lose a large amount of them. It is still a viable option, and it's still a very good strategy. I would definitely recommend that you guys try this out for yourself. For me, this was really easy. Took a little bit of trial and error, but once you start to understand it, it becomes so much easier, and this becomes probably one of the easiest attacks in the game that you can use with the Dragon Riders currently, which is the reason to why I wanted to share it with you guys, because this is such a strong army, and you will want to use it. Let me know what you thought about all of the quality of life changes and the army that I just showed down in the comments below. Make sure to check out my previous sneak peek videos if you're still kind of lost and confused. Along with that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my how-to videos on all of the new troops coming up in this update. Along with that, make sure to use code CORRUPT if you plan on purchasing the gold pass or purchasing any special packs in the shop. I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.